Oh my God? If there's no such thing as God, then there is no such thing as evil. Evil becomes relative, something dependent upon my subjective perspective. And if there's no such thing as evil, there's no such thing as good, because there is no standard by which to judge, nor an ultimate judge who can pronounce what it is. If there is no such thing as good, there is no such thing as value, and each of our actions becomes rather pointless, undirected, and mechanical. And when it becomes mechanical, when this positivistic, scientistic view of the world is all that we are left with after God has been declared non-existent, we look at the world as a collection of parts, which, sure, come together to form a whole, but the whole plays no role in the mechanism of the parts. The parts are the sum. The whole is the sum of the parts, not greater. And so changing any individual part will affect only those other parts with which it comes into direct contact. The whole will not be affected. And when we have that particular point of view, when science becomes the only guide for our communal action, we end up with Monsanto. We end up with genetically modified organisms. We end up with organisms as products patented by multinational corporations. I think in the end I must side with Voltaire and say that even if God did not exist, man would have to invent him to avoid what pure, disinterested scientism will lead to. And in the end, I don't think atheism or theism should be our sole guide in this life. But those aren't the only options.